Right, so I'm just going to do a quick video to show you what I've done to remove this clip for the Bluetooth, and yeah, just a little bit about the bike. So I'm doing a peg delete, so I'm going to be putting a cowl on this, and I've actually ordered a Bluetooth module for this. So when you buy this bike, it has Bluetooth software in the unit itself, but you don't have the Bluetooth module. Now the Bluetooth module is about 260 quid on eBay. I found a second-hand one, and it does have the mounting plate. Now the mounting plate you'll have to buy separately for the Bluetooth module. Either way, I've seen people, they do have holes in them, so you can actually still zippy strap it or whatever to here. So yeah, what you're going to need to do is, if you don't know where it is, there's your key to your rear seat. Remove the rear seat, and then you'll have this 5mm Allen key by the look of it right here. I always put my bolts back in. Really good way of remembering where the bolts go, so you don't lose them, and also so you don't get them mixed up. So that's the bolt for it, obviously 5mm. Take that out, your seat will then slide up and back, and then you'll have your tray, your compartment. Now this is going to be a tracker that I'm going to be installing, so I will go in the ins and outs of that at a later date. I have installed it and stuff, but I've got to sort of tap into a couple of wires there. Right, so best way of doing this now, so it's best if you're going to do the Bluetooth module is do the peg delete at the same time, okay, because it's going to involve the same things. Remove the battery, right, just get it out of there. You're going to need to get it out to get to the bolts, right? So there's two 12mm bolts here, here, and the same on the other side. You just unclip the battery here. Two posi drive screws to remove the battery. Always when you remove a battery, always sort of put your finger at the side of it, so that when you take the metal connector off, it doesn't fall out, and then put your bolt back in. It sounds really stupid and trivial, but I'm telling you now, you lose one of these inside there, you're gonna have a nasty little rattle going off in your bike, and it's gonna absolutely wreck your head of what it is, and it'll be that thing fell down near somewhere, and then it can cause all kinds of problems. So particularly the negative terminal one, just slip your finger down the side of it here at the back, undo it, lift that off, put the screw straight back in, so it pins it there. So that's why my screws are both in there, look. Okay, it's to pin them little contacts inside there so you don't lose them. And when you reinstall it, it'll be a case of just putting your finger at the side of it again, undoing the screw, putting the contact down, re-screwing it back in. It'll be dead simple. Right, so you're gonna, like I say, unclip this, unscrew these, take your battery out. I always sort of disconnect the negative first. I don't know if there's any particular way of doing it. Sometimes there is on cars and stuff, but I've undone the negative first, then the positive. Remove the battery, and then you're left with this. Okay. Now there's some blue tape that's around here. You can see I've snipped it. Now this plug for the Bluetooth is so fiddly, it's unbelievable. I advise that you sort of unpop this from its carriage. There you just click down, and there she is. But that will be tucked underneath this plastic thing here, so if you've got stubby hands like me, it's a bit of a problem to get at that bloody plug. And believe it or not even just trying to show it you, right, that's as long as the cable is going to be. It'll only come out a fingertips width, and right underneath this plastic is where it's in the harness, so you can't disconnect it from the harness in any way. That is as far out as it's going to come, okay? And then when you pull that out from underneath that tray, because they've hid it under that tray, I suppose they've just made it difficult, so you have to pay them to do it, or if you can't be asked to do it yourself. But yeah, this is the plug. So you can see it's just a push contact, just a little screwdriver, press it in, pull it out, that's it. That'll just slide straight out. Okay, and then that's it. I haven't got the Bluetooth module yet, so, but I'm not planning on riding it because we're getting into winter now, so this is why I'm going to be doing all this work to it. Like I said, I've only just picked it up yesterday, and we're at the midway point through October now, so yeah, I won't be riding it till the summer, possibly. Now there's a charging port which I didn't know as well back here. little USB charging port there. Might be used for software updates as well for Triumph. Now, oh, with the Bluetooth thing as well, by the way, I've seen people where they've bought them, put them in, and then it doesn't work. So I don't know if it'll be a software update on this. I know there was one in 2020, and this is a 2020 model, and it more than likely hasn't had it. There was a software update on it because the software is there for the Bluetooth. It doesn't have the hardware. But when you buy the hardware, it may still not work. I don't know yet. But I've seen a couple of videos where they've plugged it in and it still don't work. And then they're talking about having to take it to Triumph and have it programmed in at Triumph. I think you might have to do that with it. Not sure yet. I'll give you an update on the video of that. The one I've bought isn't brand new. It's a second-hand one. So whether or not that's already been programmed in some way or fashion, I just don't know. There isn't enough information on it from what I've seen about the Bluetooth adaptations to the bike, but like I say, I should be getting that sometime next week. So I'll install it and see if my Bluetooth comes on with it. Obviously it's got the GoPro features as well. I've not connected that up. I'm assuming that'll just use the Wi-Fi on the GoPro to do that. And I've also ordered a lot of carbon fibre little bits for it, including, like I say, the seat cowl. And then, like I say, I've got the True Track off eBay. I think they're about £25. This is a True Track Pro. Pretty decent company. I've got one on me YZF-R over there as well, but it's not the Pro version. But I'll give you a bit more of a rundown about what wires, because it's probably going to tap into one of these instead of an ignition. It's just to tell the tracker that it's on, that the bike's on, the ignition is on. You know, and the only time you're going to get this light on is if the ignition's on. So it's an easy way, rather than tapping into an ignition wire, just tap it into like a tail light. So that tells the system that a light's on, which ultimately means that the ignition's on. And I'm going to get a smaller number plate for it as well, because it's got that big massive thing on the back. Other things that I'm going to be doing to it, the peg delete, not a lot really. I think this bike, you know, it's by far one of the best bikes I've ever owned. This thing's amazing. It's a really nice bike, man. I can't fault it at all. I've just come up from the 790, the Duke 790. Bit rough bottom end and accelerating. There's a bit of vibration as you're accelerating. This thing's smooth as anything. Unbelievable machine. Well worth the money. Well worth the money. But I'm yet to find out what it's like dealing with Triumph. From what I've heard, for a service on this bike, it's probably 250, 350, somewhere around that that bracket. Although I'm pretty savvy and I will be servicing the bike myself. This bike is not under finance. I bought it outright, and I'm very savvy. I fix cars and stuff as well. It's not a problem for me. I know how to change a bloody engine oil filters. I've stripped them down. It's nothing to me. But yeah, so that'll be the next thing I do. But although I don't even think it needs service, it's only done 10 miles, but the oil's been in there since 22. So I don't even know if it's worth doing an oil change or not. The bike ride's bang on. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, this is the new project. You'll see I've got other videos on YouTube as well. Just trying to help you guys out, and I'm learning as well. Don't think I'm an expert. I've never touched one of these bikes before. I've never ridden one. So I only rid it yesterday, and now this is my first time sort of stripping it down. So I'm learning as I go, and I'm just trying to take you on that journey with me. So if you in the future buy one of these bikes, this information will be uploaded so that someone else can hopefully benefit from it. You know, because we'll want track. I mean, the insurance on this bike, I will say as well, I think it's because it's a 2020. The insurance, third party, fully comp is like £1,200 for me. And I'm not a spring chicken, you know what I mean? And I've got a lot of no claims on my bike and my car. And yet, there it is, £1,200 to insure it. And I'm pretty sure that's just because it's a £7,000 bike. So I've had to just insure mine as third party. And it shows that it is because of the theft thing. Because as soon as I put it on third party, it was like 280 quid. Do you know what I mean? £1,000 difference on the insurance. So just think about it. It might be worth just getting it insured third party, and then just really go all out with your security, with your tracker and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But that's why I'm going to install this tracker. I'm going to show you how to do it as well. Just to help you if it does get stolen. They are really good trackers. There's an app you can trace the bike, where its movements have been, everything. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. But this is the next project for now. The Triumph Street Triple 765 RS.